Today I'm here with my mom and I'm here to discuss the grapes of wrath. I'm gonna tell her a series of passages and beforehand I'm gonna give her the context and general overview of what's going on before I tell her the passage and see what she thinks and what her opinions are about it. Alright, so the Joad family is living in Oklahoma and they're currently in a very bad position. There's a dust bowl that's occurring and there are no crops, there's no supply of food to keep them going. They're poor and they have low income and they're in a generally bad state. And here's what Pa or Tom Joad had to say about the whole situation. He says, "Now the owner men are angry. You'll have to go, but it's ours," the tenant men cried. "We know the bank monster owns it. You'll have to go. We'll get our guns like Grandma when the Indians came." "What then?" "Well, first the sheriffs and then the truth." "Well, you'll be stealing if you try to stay. You'll be murderers if you kill to stay." So basically, tenant men are trying to take land from the farmers that belongs to them, and now the farmers are expressing distaste towards these men that are trying to take their land. They're threatening to kill them. What do you think? Do you think the farmers should be able to keep their land? Do you think that the wealthy should be able to take this from the poor because they have lower income than them?
Okay, from the passage you read, I can tell the character. I can talk a little bit about the character of the main character. Like he's angry, he's confused, he's undecided, and of course it's not fair. Like to leave all his land and move. It's a big thing to go through. And when he put hard work, he was expecting to get something in reward. So I don't know. It, but on the other side, maybe like if he moves, maybe it's a new opportunity for him. I don't know. Let's see more passages and see what's gonna happen in the next chapters.
That's a good opinion you got there. Alright, so now on page 324, there's more outrage within the farmers. They're going to this government camp in California and they're looking to seek more opportunities. But they're realizing that they're losing more when they're going to California because they're being mistreated and they're being, ignored. Their grievances are being ignored by the corporate class. So now, here's what Al Joy also had to say about this. "And the great workers who must lose their land in upheaval, the great owners with access to history, with eyes to read history and get to know the great fact. When property accumulates in too few hands and it is taken away, that commanding fact, when a majority of people are hungry and cold, they will take by force what they need. And the little screaming fact that sounds through all history, repression works only to strengthen and knit the repressed. The great owners ignored in the three cries of history." So basically what this passage is saying is that the farmers are upset and they believe that force is needed and violence is needed to get back the land they lost. They want to achieve their goals through violence. And they're saying that it's the only method they can use to get what they want. So do you believe that what you're saying is...
They are right because they are angry, they are frustrated. They don't know what to expect. So the reaction is at the first at the beginning is I can understand why they want to do that.
That is true. And now on page 477, a lot is going on as they're in California. Now they're actually worse than what they started as. Now they have pretty much have nothing. And there's a major point made by Tom Joad here. He says that there's a crime here that goes beyond denunciation. There's a sorrow here that weeping cannot symbolize. There's failure here that topples all our success. The fertile earth, the straight tree rows, and the sturdy trunks, and the ripe fruit. And the children dying of pellagra must die because a profit cannot be taken from an orange. And coronals must fill in the certificates, died of malnutrition, because the food must rot, must be forced to be rot. The people come with nets to fish for potatoes in the river, and the guards hold them back. They come in rattling cars to get the dumped oranges, but the kerosene is sprayed. And they stand still and watch the potatoes float by. Listen to the screaming pigs being killed in the ditch and covered with quicklime. So, basically what this is saying is that the life, they're basically describing their lives, that it's very hard for them to succeed, as I've said before. They can't succeed, they're being held down not only is the higher class taking stuff away from them, but they're also keeping them from succeeding. They're giving them the worst when they're not giving them the best. They need the best, but they're getting the worst. So many children are suffering as a result. What do you think should happen in this case?
Yeah, they should get support from the company, as you said, and they should be pushed to do their best, and they should be appreciated for what they are doing because they are willing to improve their condition. So they need the support from the surrounding to success.
That is true. That is absolutely true. And now, a passage that I decided to pick from the whole book, a passage that I decided to, you know, pick out of all of this, that I think reflects the whole book in general, is this. Our people are good people. Our people are kind people. Pray God someday kind people won't all be poor. Pray God someday a kid can eat. And the associations of work owners knew that someday the praying would stop. And there is the end. So basically, this passage is saying that the farmers deserve better and they shouldn't be looked down on just because of their condition and their income. They should be able to, succeed the same way everybody else is. So, and they're saying that just because they're in this condition, they can find ways, constructive ways together. Farmers, they need to organize and find constructive ways so they can prosper without relying on the corporate class. So do you think that the farmers should organize? Do you think that more violence is necessary? Do you think this quote also represents the story, or do you think differently?
Yeah, I agree with you. There is injustice, and the problem should be solved. The corporate should help them and
Stop holding them back.
yeah, and stop holding them bad and improve their life condition because if they don't, like, they will have a reaction. Maybe, as you said, violence will occur. So the best way is to work together to improve everyone's condition.
Yeah. So that was the Grapes of Wrath with my mom, and she did a pretty good job for not knowing much of the story, and she summarized it. She gave her thoughts and opinions, and this is the Grapes of Wrath in a nutshell. Thank you.
In a nutshell.